Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Bronwyn Sanders, and I am a Director of Admissions at NYU Stern. And welcome today to the MS in Fintech program. This information session is meant to be a way to talk to you about the program format, curriculum, coursework, and dive into the admissions process for the MS in Fintech program here at NYU Stern. If you do have questions along the way, feel free to drop them into the Q&A box on the bottom of the screen, and then I will dedicate a few minutes towards the end for some dedicated Q&A. So let's get started. At NYU Stern, we empower you to turn change into opportunity. And in this fast-paced global environment, we prepare leaders to embrace change. And we anticipated the need, and we launched the MS in Fintech program 3 years ago, which is a global one-year program specifically designed to equip experienced professionals with the skills and knowledge they need to lead in the increasingly tech-driven finance sector. As our academic director, Kathleen DeRose says perfectly, is fintech is really remaking finance. Whether students are working at incumbent financial institutions, fintech startups, technology companies, or simply interested in shifting into fintech, this program will prepare students to be strategic architects of financial businesses of the future. And here I'd like to go through the structure of the program. The NYU Stern MS in Fintech program is a one-year program starting each May of each year. It is 1 year in length, and there are 7 modules over the course of 1 year. There are 6 in-person modules and 1 online module. 6 of the modules take place on our campus at NYU Stern, and 1 module in London. Between modules, you're still engaged with the program. Between about 20 to 25 weeks of hours of work of independent reading and homework. At the end of 1 year, students earn an MS in Fintech. And here are the modular dates for the MS in Fintech program. As you can see here, there are 7 modules. There is 1 online module, 5 that take place in New York, and 1 in London. So we understand you're busy. You're busy working professionals. You have full-time jobs, a personal life, and you're adding a rigorous master's program into the mix. So we structure the program to help you manage that balancing act. So as you can see here, you will need to take off vacation or paid time off to attend the in-person modules, but we do have it between the years 2025 and 2026, which can help with requesting that time off from work. And so here I'd like to go more into our blended unique format a little bit more. So the pre-module phase starts about 4 to 6 weeks before the in-person residential section. So during the pre-module, students are provided with pre-work to get you ready for that in-person session. So it might be readings, tutorials, pre-recorded talks. And all this work really ensures a more rigorous and productive in-person residential experience. The module experience. So this is our residential period. Students attend class in session, in person, with the members of their cohort. And you're completing about 1 course each 2 to 3 days during the in-person session. And this is your time where you're truly engaged with the faculty and your cohort in person. And there may be some evening social engagements at night as well. And so students are required to attend a class all day, approximately 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. So it's best to look at the in-person module as your full-time job, as you'll be fully engaged with the program in person. The post module is when you are working through and integrating the new concepts you just learned in class. And this is really where the assessments come in, group projects, exam, and course and other coursework. But the time that is between modules, and we approximate this to be about 20 to 25 hours per week, is all asynchronous. So there's no time you would need to log on for an online course during when you're not physically in a module. Our capstone. Our capstone is a collaborative team project where students are applying the core competencies they're learning throughout the program and applying them to real business concerns. The end project is a cohesive and practical case presentation that you are presenting during the last module to an executive board of senior alumni. And the capstone work runs starting from the first module, and you're really able to refine your skills and work under the guidance, very close guidance of a faculty advisor throughout the entire year on your capstone project. So now that we've covered the blended learning model a bit more, I'd like to dive more into the curriculum. So academic excellence is truly the cornerstone of NYU Stern and the MSFT program. The program gives you analytical tools and industry insights to drive innovation and lead change, whether you're working at an established financial institution or stepping into an emerging fintech business. So while you can see some of the overview of our classes here, I would encourage you to look at our website, which has a full course index with descriptions and the names of the professors who have taught the courses in the past. So in this program, we cover disruption and innovation across financial services, incumbents, and startups. And we focus on the three enabling technologies in fintech. So that's blockchain, machine learning, and AI, and platform strategies and economics. Thirdly, our curriculum includes tech strategy and transformation across all the 5 financial functions, which are payments, markets, capital allocation, insurance, and money transfer. And then we end with things like risk, regulation, and data globally. And we also have a component that talks about leadership and ethics in fintech businesses. And here I'd really like to talk about our faculty. So NYU Stern is home to one of the largest and best faculties in the world, consisting of leading experts who consult to top companies and global organizations. The MSFT program is taught by senior full-time faculty members who are this same faculty who teach in both our executive MBA and full-time MBA programs at Stern. And combined with the advantages of being part of this diverse and global cohort, our faculty is well prepared for the in-depth analysis and discussion that takes place in the classroom. Additionally, the small cohort size really helps foster these meaningful connections with both the peers in your classroom and also our faculty. So let's talk about what you can expect from a cohort. This will be our 3rd MSFT cohort, which we're very excited about. And these stats are based on the last 2 years of our program. Cohort size is anywhere from about 20 to 25. On average, our students come with combined 10 years of experience. International representation has been about 27%. About 39% of our students already come with another advanced degree, and our gender split has been about 32%. And we're always looking to get that number up for women. For international students that may be calling in, I know there are some specific questions. NYU does sponsor eligible students for status to attend modules in New York, and we provide you with the I-20 to get your F1 visa. The F1 visa does cover the dates of the modules, so it doesn't cover the entire year, but it does cover the dates you were in New York. And our program is STEM designated. It's STEM designated, but although because of the part-time nature of the program, unfortunately, it's not eligible for OPT, for optional practical training. In terms of tuition, the program fee for the class of 2026, starting this May of 2025, is 87,800 USD. And this includes tuition, all course materials, all your meals and official events during the modules, and hotel and travel expenses are not included. A tuition deposit of 7,200 is required to secure a spot in the class of 2026, and this deposit is due upon acceptance of the program and is non-refundable. So here in terms of financing your MSFT degree, it's essential, of course, to consider the financial investment you'd be making in your future and education. Most MSFT students do finance the program through a combination of potential company sponsorship, loans, and personal finances. Additionally, veterans may qualify for benefits such as a GI or the Yellow Ribbon program. We also do offer partial merit-based scholarships for applicants with limited or no employer sponsorship. And so for more information on that, please also do reach out directly to our financial aid office. And this is the QR code, and they are experts in answering your questions about financial aid. So we know that many of you naturally have various career goals in pursuing the MSFT at NYU Stern. You may be looking to enhance your knowledge or equipping yourself with the tools that you need to get where you want to go. So one of the benefits of being part of an MSFT cohort-based program is the opportunity to network with your fellow cohort members who are very passionate about fintech and who have a strong interest in the fintech space. They can be incredible resources to leverage for expertise, career connections, and lifelong networking opportunities. As a student in the MSFT program, you're going to be part of this cohort for the entire year, so those bonds become very strong. And then you also have the alumni connections from the past two cohorts that have gone through the program. In addition to your immediate cohort, the NYU Stern Alumni Network is vast and very global. We have over 110 alumni chapters all over the world that are strong in terms of events, career events, social events. You really do build a strong network across the globe. Stern's Careers Office is an office designed to support students in their professional goals, whether you're looking to get a promotion or potentially make a pivot. The Careers Office has a group of experienced coaches that will work with you on your career strategy. Coaching could include discussing your job search strategy, updating your resume, mock interview preparation, or they also have access to various career assessment tools in the office. And the coaches can meet you in person, by Zoom, or again, in any other form that is convenient for you. We have very generous lifelong learning opportunities at NYU Stern. As an alum of the MSFT program, you are eligible for 2 tuition-free in-person executive certificate courses per academic year. So lots of our alumni come back to continue their education. So although you're part of the MSFT program for 1 year, you really are benefiting from Stern alumni benefits for a lifetime. So, as I said before, there is one global module, and our students will be attending London for this next recruitment cycle. Our last class just visited Singapore, and this just gives an example of the outreach we do on our global modules. This class traveled to Singapore, where they engaged on key topics such as regulation in fintech, financial markets, processes and technology, and platform strategy. Here they were visiting both two companies called Antler and Endowus, and really had just an amazing time connecting with local businesses. And the same will be done with London in terms of connecting with local businesses and getting an understanding of how fintech is shaping the the world really outside of the United States. So I'd like to walk you through the admissions process, which is broken down into two stages, the informational stage and the application stage. Um, so before we go through the full application, I would like to briefly talk about prerequisites. We do require some professional full-time work experience post-undergrad. Unfortunately, internships are excluded, but we do look for a little bit of professional experience post-undergrad. A bachelor's degree with a strong GPA and demonstrated academic preparedness. Um, During this talk today, you are learning a bit more about our program, but I know you may still have some specific questions about your background or candidacy. We are happy to have a separate brief call with anyone interested in the MSFT program. To do so, we would need you to fill out a preliminary information form. This takes 5 minutes to complete. Our preliminary information form just asks for your resume, and there's no fee with that. And just ask us that you just say that you'd like to talk to someone on the admissions committee. We're happy to walk you through it. Once you feel comfortable moving to the application stage, it is very straightforward and personal. There's no one part of an application that will make or break your candidacy. So we really encourage you to focus on your entire story you're presenting to the admissions committee. So here you can see there's a few items associated with the application, an application fee. We ask for an updated resume, one essay, your official transcripts in English, one letter of recommendation, copy of your passport. And as you can see here, the GMAT, GRE are generally not required. We reserve the right to ask for them if we feel like we need a more well-informed decision, but generally they're not required. And then upon review of your application, you may be invited for a final interview by a member of the admissions committee, and this will be a virtual interview. So we are currently accepting applications for the class of 2026 that begins this May of 2025. And our next application deadline is coming up after the holidays on January 24th, 2025. And we make rolling decisions throughout the year. So once you submit we should be able to process your full application within 2 to 3 weeks. And here, please, we're always posting on LinkedIn and Facebook. We have a fantastic event coming up with our academic director, Kathleen DeRose, on February 5th that we will post that soon. We actually have it posted now on our website, so definitely do attend that. And last but not least, this is a QR code for our preliminary information form. If you would like to have a separate conversation with a member of the admissions committee about your background, we do encourage you to fill out that prelim. And with that, I'm happy to take any questions that anyone has about anything we've discussed or anything that I might not have covered. It's a question about any prerequisites for the program. That's a great question. You may have seen that the curriculum does entail some more technical courses, particularly in the areas of coding, such as Python and R. There are no prerequisites in terms of specific coursework. However, we do look for candidates who have an understanding of the financial services sector and some quantitative preparedness. So this could be through any prior coursework, undergraduate experience, any certifications, obviously work experience. And many of our students, do come without prior coding experience. And it's not a requirement. But there are many courses you can take that are free online courses through Coursera, Udemy that really are, really prep you with regards to giving an intro to Python and R. We do. The question is professional work experience required? We do require at least a few months of professional work experience after you graduate from your bachelor's degree. So we do require some, um, even if it's just a few months, we do require some experience. The question is there an opportunity to receive full or partial funding admissions? Um, We don't offer full funding, scholarship. Just to give you an idea of our scholarship amounts can be anywhere from, or, scholarship amounts can be anywhere from about potentially $3,000 upwards of 10,000 USD as scholarship offerings. And there is no separate application process for the scholarship process. Everyone that applies is immediately reviewed for a scholarship. The question is, would taking pre-courses in Udemy enhance your application? Um, I would say that I think that we wouldn't require those for your application. I think that is more for your own learning opportunity to make sure that you're fully prepared for the coursework, since it is a one-year program and it's intensive, so it would just make your classroom experience um, more productive. Question is there job placement upon completion or access to the network? The program does not offer job placement. Um, the program is, many people come to the program with some experience already and are looking for a strong network. And people really do often find opportunities through, networking through the Stern community. Someone asked a questions about an H-1B visa. So this program is we, I can't talk to you really advise on specific visas, but we would just, the student visa is just one that's usually recommended to use at F1, again, for the dates that you'll be in the New York module. That's right. Unfortunately, I wish the question is regards to how do we, you know, as an international student, um, unfortunately, this is a part-time program and it's modular in structure. So the program, the visa does not cover the entire year. Students are attending the modules in New York, and then everyone globally is going back to their home country when the session is not in place. So it is again a part-time program, not a full-time program. That's why the visa doesn't cover the entire year. Mm. Let's see if there's any. Okay. So it doesn't look like there are any other questions. Again, I'll just reiterate that if you'd like to have an optional one-on-one call with a member of the admissions committee, um, we are um, happy to accommodate you. We would just ask that you fill out the preliminary information form as the next step in the process, so we can just move you forward to the next stage and have that conversation with you. Thank you so much, everyone, for being part of this session today. Have a wonderful weekend and happy holidays and happy new year to everyone calling in. Thank you again. Bye-bye.